Hey guys, as discussed earlier, today we'll be looking at the folder structure for your backend project. For example, I have taken a backend project on how your folders should be structured. So I have created a simple backend using Node.js and Express. It will tell you what all practices should be followed, how your naming conventions should be, and as well as how your code structure should be. Fine. So here, let's open VS Code. So just a second, I'll remove everything. So as you can see, these are my folder structures where this is a simple Node.js code where I'll be registering users and storing them in my local database, that is MongoDB. Okay, so what happens under the hood is I'll be importing each and every modules like user, controller and router. So I'll be creating specific functions for specific use cases. For example, if I have to access a route like /register, so I'll be writing that code in routes folder under the name of user.route.js, because as the user will be writing as the route is for user, so we'll be writing it in the name of user. Suppose if we have another functionality for such as posting or commenting, so we'll be creating another file name such as comment.route.js. So likewise we'll be adding multiple routes. So these kind of things help you when you will be working in a bigger database, as in bigger code base too. So as a developer, your job should be to write code that's readable as well as scalable, and for that you need to maintain some of the code practices which will be helpful for you as you write. And these things, it's not like a standard thing and all, but gradually when you'll be creating multiple projects in the same thing, you'll be understanding the importance of each and every role. Now for time being, as I'm using only user, so I'll creating the schema of only user. So if I have to create multiple schemas, so I'll be creating it in the model folder. So such as post.model.js or comment.model.js, I'll be specifying what all I need in that particular model itself. So these type of things create a proper structure in your code, and these will be helpful for other developers to read your code also. So at the end, when we'll be working on bigger databases or bigger code bases, so you'll be collaborating with multiple developers. In that case, you should not be feeling overwhelmed or such like that. So things will be easy when you create projects with these structures and all, because while starting the project phase only, if you do good practices, it will be helpful for you in the industry to sustain as well. Okay, and my another suggestion would be to document your code, like simply create a readme.md file. So here in Markdown you can just explain how your APIs are working, and nowadays GitHub Copilot does things. So if you are interested in documenting, or if you are interested to write everything by yourself, then no one can stop you. You can easily write your documentation. And if you are running out of time, so we have GitHub Copilot with us. You can attach your code base and ask for how your APIs are working, and just to create a normal documentation. Okay, so that would be helpful for the other developer also, right? So in the end, it will be beneficial for you also. You will not be roaming around routes and ask for whatever routes are here. It will be easy for you if your documentation is maintained. Okay, so I would suggest that too. And this was just a basic example to show how your folder structures might be, and as well as I would like to say your variables. Your naming conventions should be very apt. Okay, you can't random anything randomly. You cannot name anything randomly. Your variable names as well as your file names should be meaningful. Now as I have created user.route.js, so there only my user related routes will be there. Other than that, I can't access any other routes from user.route. Similarly, you can't create just route1.js or route2.js, like people write like this. So these doesn't give any proper meaning, right? So you need to add correct naming conventions, and your variable names too. Like sometimes people name it as var1 is equals to something like that. So this doesn't give a good impression when you will be writing code. So name this like usefully. See the username. Now it gives much meaning for the name. If I had typed Vinod, so it gives much meaning other than like var1, right? So while creating variables, no matter how much big the variable name might be, if it's readable for you, if it's understandable for you, then it's a go thing. And while coding, I assume you know everything, so you must use camel casing for your naming conventions if it's a bigger name and all. And for folder structures, if you're naming any folders which has multiple words in it, so you'll be maintaining it as a hyphen. You'll be adding an hyphen there. And similarly, if you're naming a file, so you need to add it under a full stop. Okay, pardon my typing speed. So you'll be maintaining like this. So this is just a basic example of how you need to set up your backend or something like that. So I'll, as requested, as my friend suggested, he asked me to create a video on client server architecture. You guys let me know if I need to move on with that, or to create a similar video on front end, like React code base. The React code base also should be maintained properly. All the main purpose of React was to not to rewrite the component codes multiple times, right? So when you are styling a particular button and you are following the same styling for each and every button in your code, so there's no use of rewriting that particular code multiple times. So you'll just create a component and that you'll be reusing every time. So that too, if you need that, please let me know in the comments or in the DM. I'm not farming engagement and stuff. You can just DM me, you can tell me if you need anything. So I'll be making a video on that, just a basic thing. And also I'll be not cutting these videos as well, so that's time consuming, right? So I'll be just creating normal videos and posting, and as these are not like educational videos, I'll be just sharing what all I know. So, and in the next video, I think I'll go with the client server architecture. I'll just basically explain you how the client server architecture works under the hood, because these kind of basic questions will help you understand how things work actually, like how client communicates with server and how Node.js works, for example. I might make another video on that too. So you guys let me know. Anyways, I'll be making a new video regarding how the client server architecture works, mainly in the Merge stack. If you guys need any other backend also, and always keep in mind that backend and frontend can be written in any tech stack. It's not a fixed rule that if you're writing frontend in a particular tech stack, it should be written in JavaScript itself. So write your backend in any framework, Spring, Fast API, anything, nothing matters. At the end, you'll be attaching your APIs in the frontend. So make sure to work hard. So yeah, I'll be meeting you guys in the next video, and as I said, it will be on client server architecture. Fine guys, thank you.